Today's the 24th of June, it's 2022, and it's San Juan, and it's one of the bigger fiestas here in Mallorca, one that has traditionally been celebrated with fire and demons. And so yesterday we headed down to Palma, and we went to watch, first of all, a concert, and that was followed by the fireworks and the demons. The demons came in with their fireworks, and they walk amongst the crowds of people who get showered with sparks and flames and fire, and it's really quite an exciting and a very noisy event. Two groups of drummers on either side, and lots of demons and lots of fireworks. The whole thing went on for well more than an hour. I have put a video up, so if you want to have a look at that, you can see what sort of fireworks were being set off and how close the people were to that. Usually, and I didn't see it this year, you're recommended to go in loose-fitting cotton clothes, to wear a hat, and good idea to wear some safety glasses as well, because the sparks really do fly. Not an event for young children. I heard people saying they were going to take their young children there. Not a good idea at all. They'll get very frightened by the demons and could get hurt by the flying sparks. Fortunately, there weren't too many injuries. I've read different figures in the newspaper, ranging from 100 to a few hundred, which they don't consider to be very many. Health and safety? No, was nobody there to really look at that. There were protection of civil guards there, and they were trying to keep the crowds back a little bit and to keep things under control. But it all went off really well, and finish off with a live concert at around midnight. Really fantastic. More news, and I guess the one that keeps coming up in the travel news is the passport control as you enter Majorca. And there's an issue. Apparently somebody wrote to the Mallorca Bulletin a week or two ago and said, I didn't have my passport stamped the last two times I entered, or last two times I returned. And you might think, well, does it really matter? Well, there's a 90-day rule. If you're not a resident, you can't stay for more than 90 days. And so if you get your passport stamped on the way in, but don't get it passport stamped on the way out, and then you come back in, it could be outside that 90-day rule, and you could be finding yourself not being allowed to go on holiday. So one suggestion is that you keep your boarding passes. It's not happened yet, or at least not that I've heard, but it's a suggestion. One thing that might help to sort it out is later on this year, travellers from the UK and other third countries, so non-European Union countries, are going to have to apply for a visa waiver. This is not a visa. Some people are referring to it as a visa. Visas are complicated and expensive to obtain. This is a visa waiver. It means you don't have to get a visa, but everyone's going to need one to come to not just Spain but any other EU country from later on, towards the end of this year, and certainly for next year. It's supposed to be very easy to obtain. You can't get one yet, but when they do officially announce this, it will be all done online. It costs €7, but that €7 is for a 3-year visa waiver. Most people should have no issues at all in getting this visa waiver, 95% of people. But there will be issues for some people, and it's a way of keeping a check on who's coming in and out of Europe, looking at illegal immigrants, which is a big topic at the moment, but also looking at health checks or people who've got maybe a virus that like we've been through. So it's a way that they can actually check who's going where and coming into and out of the country. So this will be checked every time you're coming in and out, and you'll be on a database so that you know when you're coming in and out, so the passport stamping will become less significant. There is also lots of news about strikes that might be happening and are happening. So we know about the rail workers that have been striking in the UK. That's not helped the airports with flights that need to depart. And then various airlines are threatening to be disrupted by some of their crews going on strike, and that's affected several airlines. There's one in Spain that's supposed to be happening, which is Ryanair, was supposed to be going on strike, but that seems to be one that's a bit more complicated because they have to provide a basic service, and it seems to mean that the Ryanair staff are not allowed to go on strike in Spain. That won't affect any other countries, but if it's an internal flight in Spain, they should be running as normal. We'll wait and see. In one of my videos earlier on this week, I mentioned that Cristiano Ronaldo was here on his holiday and with his family, and he was here last year and seems to like the island. I did mention that his Bugatti €2 million car got smashed up, had to be towed away, and what was interesting news from today is that he's been training, football training that is, which is what he does for a living, at Mallorca's training ground. No, he don't think he's coming to Mallorca, but he does like to keep fit, and Mallorca has a training ground very close to where he's staying. So he was there as of yesterday or this morning, and was training, keeping fit, ready for the new season. Is he still going to be playing for Manchester United? Rumours are rife that he might be moving elsewhere. We'll see. Many people ask me about COVID. What's the situation about COVID in Mallorca? Well, the numbers are going up. They're shooting up. It looks as though they're shooting up in the UK as well, but certainly shooting up here. The variant that we seem to have, which is called BA.5, which is part of the Omicron variant, doesn't seem to have very bad symptoms, and so people can more or less go about their normal lives here, which is the general rule. That if you get COVID here and you're a worker, you carry on with your normal life, you go to work, unless you're obviously ill, and then you go to the doctor, and the doctor will give you a sick note and you can go on sick. But it does seem to be that it is much more contagious and it's spreading. So they've stopped doing a lot of the testing that they were doing before, so it's not really clear about how many people have actually got it here. But the groups that are being tested more routinely are groups over 60, that's me I guess. It seems to be that there's about 600, just over 600 per 100,000 in the Baleares that seem to be having this Omicron variant. Doesn't seem to be as serious, and there's only 17 people that have been admitted to the ICU, and it means that the ICU has a few more occupants, but it's only 4.7% occupied, so it's not looking at all serious. Monkeypox, somebody mentioned that. We've had 4 cases in Mallorca. There have been more actually on Ibiza than here, but it's something that's around, but it doesn't seem to be causing a great deal of concern to anybody. It's music festival time, and Mallorca Live has kicks off today, 24th. That's in Magaluf. It's actually on a car park, which used to be the car park of the old water park that was there, Aqua Park. Aqua Park closed down a number of years ago, and the car park is still there. And each year that they've had the Mallorca Live, it's been set up on there. I drove past earlier on this week just to have a look at the setup, and yeah, it's all built up there. Lots of acts which I've never heard of. One or two that I have heard of: Christina Aguilera, Franz Ferdinand, and then some I'm not so sure of. Supergrass, Muse, Justice, lots more of these acts. There were a lot of acts going to be on, so it's going to be a really busy time for them, really noisy. They're probably going to break all the rules as far as sound levels are concerned, but they did before and people complained about it, but nothing's happened. So if you're going, have a great time. I think there may still be tickets if you're in the Magaluf area or anywhere on Mallorca. You should be able to come along and just have a look online for Mallorca Live. Another event which has been going on in a similar way over the years now is in Camp de Mar, which is in the Andratx area, and it's referred to as the LegendVips. It's already opened with Foreigner, a great rock band from the years back, and this year we've also got Brian Adams coming, Richard Marks, I'm not sure about him, but Tony Hadley, who was with Spandau Ballet, they're going to be performing later on this year. Something that I never watch or never have watched, am I the only one? I'm sure not, is Love Island, and that's returned this year, and they have a new venue, and I'm not sure where it is. Just from the pictures I've seen in the newspapers, it looks to me as though it's possibly on the northeast side of the island, but I don't know exactly where it is, and apparently they've already confirmed 2023. The thing that's interesting to me is it's just great promotion for the island of Mallorca. It just gets us more and more on the map. So yeah, long may it continue, I suppose. I did mention a boat that was here, one of these mega yachts. It's actually owned by China's Alibaba founder, which is, his name is Jack Ma. I didn't know his name before when I mentioned it, and his boat's been seen off the Calvia coast. He's a strange one of these people that disappears for now and again. His boat goes off on his boat and can't be found, but he's here in Mallorca, or on the coast of Mallorca. One surprise visitor, which has not arrived yet, but hopefully during later on this year, is Sylvester Stallone. And it seems as though Sylvester Stallone, Rocky star, has changed his career. He's now an artist, and he was planning to have an exhibition of his art on the island last year, the year before. Pandemic stopped it all from happening. But now it's looking as though later on this year, Sylvester Stallone may be over on the island with an exhibition of his art. If I hear any more news on that one, I'll certainly keep you posted. Lots of sports news, and it's at this time of the year we always get lots of footballers and other stars. I've already mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo. One of my grandsons is a keen Manchester City supporter, so he'll know Nathan Ake. He got married here last week, so good luck to him and his new wife. That was reported in the Sun newspaper. And Wimbledon's coming up very, very shortly, and our one and only, well, not our one and only, but one of our tennis stars, Rafael Nadal, who seems to be returning to form, is going to be playing at Wimbledon, so good luck to him. He's already played some matches here. He's been practicing on the grass courts that we have in Santa Ponta, and he's played his first matches and won, so hopefully we'll see great things from Rafa Nadal. A great ambassador for the island, and really well liked here in Majorca. We've just had the announcement of the matches for LaLiga for 2022-23 season, and Mallorca did manage by the skin of their teeth to stay up in LaLiga, so we're going to be starting our matches around about the 13th or 14th of August. LaLiga is not very good at giving you dates, so when I say it's the 13th or 14th, it's that weekend, and it could be a day or two before or a day or two after, so actually being able to organise trips to places is not very easy. The first match is against the Athletic Club de Bilbao, and it's an away match anyway, so the 13th, 14th, whenever it is, whether it's on the Saturday or the Sunday, but it could be on the Friday night or the Monday night, that is an away match, which gives us a little bit more time to sort out our new stadium, or our stadium which has been renovated. Work is progressing very, very quickly on that, and hopefully everything's going to be ready for the following weekend when it will be a home match. So that's the news from Mallorca for San Juan, And thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.